You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words. Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
All right. We are ready to go, I think. I hope. There's never any way to tell with me at this point. I I'm so scuffed when it comes to technology sometimes. Just can't seem to get away from the scuff. I don't think any VTuber can at this point. Alrighty. How's everybody doing today? Are we doing good? Are we doing good? I hope that everybody's been doing all right. I've actually had a pretty decent day for myself. Hey Brian, thanks for joining the stream. Glad to see you here. Glad to hear that you are doing well. Let me see if I can't get the... Oh, my goodness, I got the chat to work. Haha. I got the chat to show up. Now we just need it to be big so that way everybody can read it. I think that's good, maybe? I don't know. At least it's showing up. Why it's like partially cut off down there, I have no idea. Hey, Greed, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Gonna hang out and wrap a present. Ooh. Ooh, wrapping presents. Okay. It is that time of the year. It is that time of the year. Nice to be here. Last time. Oh no. Yeah, I was able to stream during the day for once. I think the last time. I feel so bad, but that my stream schedule is just so random. But you can't always avoid it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you can't always avoid it. Don't feel bad. Okay, I won't. I promise. I'm kidding. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing well? Everybody eat something for dinner? Get a dessert, get a snack? I just ate dinner myself. I had stir fry. It was very good. Very delicious. Maybe. You maybe ate? Maybe you should for sure eat then. Can't have anybody going hungry here. Can't have anybody going hungry. Taco bowl and salad. Ooh, okay. Okay, that sounds interesting. Fine. Yeah, please get something to eat. Don't starve yourself. We don't want any hungry people here. We need you to be full and well nourished. Because how are you gonna enjoy the stream when all you can think about is food? I know I wouldn't be able to focus on anything unless I was, you know, not hungry. Hey, Gold Rose, happy to see you here. Glad you could make it. Hope you're doing well today. Water and tea is all you need. I hear that. I would drink coffee, but I don't want to be up until like 3 in the morning. Which is a little unusual for me because I normally don't mind staying up too late, but I kind of actually want to sleep at a somewhat decent time today. All right. So just for a little bit of clarification, I know that my stream schedule said C3 Risley. I know that that's what that said, but I had to make a last minute change because unfortunately the weapon book domain, or the domain that I needed to raise his weapon, it's not open today. It's open tomorrow. So unfortunately, I can't do his C3 testing with his weapon today like I wanted to. I did not prepare at all for this. I thought I was prepared, but apparently not. So today we're going to be raising our Mika instead. Again, just a little bit of a last minute change. I wish I could have foreseen, I wish I could have foreseen this, but I didn't. Because y'all know me. I have probably too much scuff. And I don't plan properly. So anyway, welcome to the stream, everyone. Let's see. I think let's just get right into it. That's kind of the only announcement that I had for the stream today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Perfect. There we go. Okay. So yes. So my normal Eula team that I've been running whenever I run my Eula team is Eula, Raiden, Rosaria, and Jean. Jean is because she's big, beefy healer. I don't need her to really supply any energy for me. But I do use her for her Constellation 2, increasing the movement and attack speed for the whole party. I do use her for that. So that being said, there's another healer who also does that, but he also buffs physical damage, which, of course, as everybody knows, that is cute little chocobo looking boy over here, Mika. And I've had Mika since basically his banner, and since I C6'd my Eula, and I've also had him at C6 for so long. And I think it's finally about time that I actually use my Mika. I think it's been a little bit too long. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Hey, Lovelust, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing very well today. Yes, I know. My Mika's been C6, but he's been on the back burner. I have probably too many characters on the back burner that need to get raised. So the deal with my character selection screen here is that all of my starred characters are the ones that are finished as far as their level, their talents, and potential weapon options have been all raised, and they're at least usable. Everybody else isn't. So basically from D-Luke all the way down to Fremine needs some work. But yeah. Oh, we have the same nickname? Really? Oh, that's cool. I don't meet too many people with Kai as a nickname. So it's very nice to hear that there's another Kai out there. I actually think that it would be a lot more popular, but you know, sometimes the world surprises us. But anyway, so yeah, our goal for the day is to get Mika raised as high as possible. I may have to, hopefully his talent books are open today because, oh my gosh, they're open. Why is everything open tomorrow? Why, literally, why is everything open tomorrow? Why can it not be on the day that I decide to stream the things? Good Lord. Oh, okay. Anyway, hey Bobby, thank you for joining the stream. Glad you could make it. It's okay that you, it's okay that you were a little late, and even then you can't really be late. Oh goodness. Okay. Yeah, that's streaming for you. Exactly. Goodness. Okay. So let's hold on. Do I have anything? Did I use those already? I must have used them. Because I swear at one point I had like these little box thing that let me trade in for, it was either talent books or weapon materials or something. I don't know. Wow. You know, we may just have to forego talents, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Ridesley has evaded me. Mika's evading me. We'll just have to do what we can. Why is it that nothing ever works when I want it to? So we're gonna move Mika up here for now, so that way I don't lose him. So, oh, I can ascend him again already? Okay. Well, shoot, we might as well. All right. I'm also running low on these heroes wits. If anybody can tell me how to get more that doesn't require farming ley lines in the most boring manner possible, I appreciate it. Ley lines are like my worst enemy. I avoid them like the plague. They like, I get why they're there and why they exist. I just really don't like to have to farm them if I can avoid it. So we need to farm the Weenut boss. Okay. Wolf hooks. Hopefully we can get a decent amount. If we can at least get him up to 80 today, that's probably good enough. And then these are super easy to craft. So let's go ahead and start with that. Let's go farm the Weenut boss. So my plans for today are to test my Eula team how I normally would with Jean, and then basically all we're gonna do is we're gonna swap Jean out for Mika, and we're gonna see whether or not we have like it, you know, basically just test how the energy regeneration's gonna go. We may be able to swap my Shogun out. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of like to keep my Shogun in here. And I especially like to keep her on the build that she's on, specifically for the fact that she basically has the best build on her that I could possibly run. All right, this is gonna be like not the best. This is not the best boss to be bringing Eula against, but you know, it's fine.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
You know, it worked out. It worked out in the end. That's all that matters.
Shine down.
Beg for mercy.
Perfect. Good enough. I'll have to change my team for the next time that we run it. Ooh, we got 3. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hey, Mika, thanks for joining the stream. Glad to see you. Glad you could make it. I totally forgot to send a Discord notification out to a few of you. I really gotta learn to like be better when it comes to my stream notifications. I try, and some days I'm just a little too forgetful. But yeah. So goal for today, get Mika up to level 80, which shouldn't be too terribly difficult. We just need to do a couple boss runs and farm up some wolf hooks, and I think we'll be pretty much okay. Talents, again, are going to be a different story. I'll just have to farm them up when I can. I'll have to... I think I have enough of the, like, the blue and the purple ones. I think it's just the green ones that I don't have enough of. I only have enough of the green ones in order to raise his burst, but not his skill, which is a problem because we kind of need both. We kind of need both. And then as for weapon, I'm going to run Favonius Lance. I do have a level 81 that I can just swap out. So kind of there's, I mean, there's that. So we'll probably just do that when we get to it, because I think Favonius Lance is honestly probably the better option out of any of the other energy recharge pole arms. Skyward Spine is good. There's actually kind of a funny thing I wanted to try. We'll have to wait till we get his talents up a little bit before we test it, but I wanted to do a little bit of like a main DPS Mika with the Skyward Spine, because you get the increased crit rate and normal attack speed on it, as well as you still get the energy recharge enough to, you know, get his burst off. But I think DPS Mika would be really fun to try. So once we get his talents up some more, we'll have to try that. But I think just for now, as a support, Favonius Lance is going to be the best option. Prototype Star Glitter would be all right as well, as a craftable option. I mean, the Catch is a good energy recharge weapon as well, but the passive doesn't really do much for himself or the rest of the party. And other than that, I think that's about it, really. There's really only like 2, maybe 3 good options. Is Favonius Lance number 1. I'd say Skyward Spine number 2, just for the fact that it's a 5-star that's got a bunch of energy recharge, and then Prototype Star Glitter. But anything else is kind of just extra. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could run an Engulfing Lightning on Mika. But I'm not going to do that because my Raiden Shogun needs that. So yeah, so we'll do that. It's already C6, and again, talents, we'll have to figure that out on a day when the talent domain is open. But for now, let's go ahead and farm some wolf hooks. I know there's obviously a bunch in like the Wolvendom area. So many staffs of Homa. Yeah, I have a lot. I don't have R5, but I'm close. I'm only 2 away. If I really wanted to R5 a staff of Homa. So yeah. We're gonna farm some wolf hooks today. I honestly have no idea where the wolf hooks are. Like, I know a general idea of where they're at, and I know where a few clusters are, but there's a bunch that I'm just unsure of their whereabouts. I should probably pull up the interactive map. That might actually probably be a good idea. I will do that here in just a minute.
Right here.
Let me get rid of these hilly trails first.
Keep up. And shroud. Rah. Yeah. Keep up.
Perfect. Okay. Hilly trails, be gone. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and pull up the interactive map so that way I could see. I could pull out Klee, but Klee is gonna make it to where she shows all of the Mondstadt specialty items, and I don't need her to show me every single one of them. I could use Klee, but like, don't get me wrong, I like the characters that give you like a local specialty locator, but sometimes it's kind of a pain to work around. Okay, so I got a general gist of where they're all at, so we should be coming up on a bunch over here. I was trying to grab that crystal fly. Oh, there we go. I still got it.
Right now, emerge.
Can't see?
Let's see. There should be some. I think they're all over here, actually. Hey, Melody, thanks for joining the stream. Glad you can make it. can I have some tips on Yai builds? Oh, yeah, absolutely. So for Yai Miko, there's a couple different ways that you could build her. You can build her as like strictly like an attack focused electro DPS, which is kind of how I have mine. But you can also build her in a more elemental mastery focused for like spread and hyperbloom comps and things like that. So obviously crit and attack are really good. Elemental mastery is kind of for me at least, elemental mastery is a bonus stat because I don't always like to run her in dendro comps. I like to run her sometimes in as a second electro DPS in like a Raiden team, for example. Kagura's Verity is very good if you have it. Obviously there's Lost Prayer as a good stat stick, Skyward Atlas. A lot of weapons are just generally good stat stick weapons. Witsith is probably your best bet, being that it's got a crit damage as the kind of main stat on it, and then the passive works really well. It is random, but everything here she can use. She can use the attack percent, she can use the elemental damage bonus, and she can use the elemental mastery boost. So if you have a Widsith, I'd say that that's probably your best bet. Oathsworn Eye is also fairly well, or it works fairly well with her, because you have the attack, which is good. She scales off of attack, and then you get the energy recharge bonus after using the skill, which can help her get her burst more frequently. I'm trying to think here. And then of course, if you're using her as a if you want to use her as like a Thrilling Tales bonus user, you can use her skill, swap to your DPS, and then your main DPS character has the increased attack. So those are kind of like some weapon options. And then as for artifacts, I run two-piece sets for attack. But you obviously can run two-piece attack, two-piece electro. You can run, two-piece sets of like any of the elemental mastery pieces. And then for 4 pieces, like you can run probably a 4-piece Gilded Dreams. I'd say that you could run a 4-piece Thundering Fury if you have a good set of it. I am just kind of I'm the type of person that, like, once I have a build that works on a character, I don't really like to change it very much. So I just use the two-piece attack, and I use her signature weapon because I have it. But whatever you have that works best for you and works best for the teams that you would like to run her in, then I'd say just go for that. And then obviously for stat focus, I just go for, attack, crit rate, crit damage, elemental mastery, energy recharge, kind of a little bit of everything, seeing as how she's kind of a well-rounded character. But anyway, I probably rambled on for a little bit too long there, but oh well. Yeah, I like using the locator characters as yes, yeah, I know. See, I use Tignari, but not as a locator character, mostly for the fact that he's C6 and that he does a lot of damage. That's why I use him. Plus, I like his gameplay, so. Whee! I love using Nahida's skill to collect things. It's so much fun. Do I need to? No. But it's fun. Oh yeah, C6. Yep, checks out. Yeah, see? See, that's the main reason why I use him. He's C6 and he does a lot of damage. Again, though, even when I had him at C0, I'm not a bow user at all. Like, Ganyu, like, she's a cool character, but her charge attacks are too slow. I don't understand Child's gameplay at all. One of these days I'm going to have to learn. But yeah, bow characters are just very strange for me. But being how Tignari is just so snappy and so like kind of quick swap focused, it makes him way more comfortable to play. Would I like your account? Unfortunately, I don't want to go against Hoyo's terms of service and potentially get not only the account that I could have from you banned, but also get my main account banned. I really don't want to have any risk of that. So unfortunately I can't, but I am always more than happy to help you in getting your account to a state where you can clear the abyss if you need help with abyss. I really like to discuss character building. So if you are down for me helping you with character building, I'm all for it. But unfortunately, I can't take your account from you. Nihita's amazing, so worth the hard pity to get her. Yes, Nihita is beautiful. Nihita is like, you can use her as a support, you can use her as a main DPS, you can use her pretty much however you want, and she will perform. Like, you can't go wrong with having a Nihita on your account. You do need to build Chi. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to help you build Chi-Chi. I have raised and built my Chi-Chi in the past, and I'd be more than happy. Yeah. I'm stumbling over my words right now. Goodness. But yeah, any characters that you may possibly need help with building, I'd be more than happy to help. I do actually plan to make some tutorial videos here in the future, so if there's any characters in particular, I'd be more than happy to start with those. All right, I think we have... Did I collect all the wolf hooks? I think I did. I think I did. I have enough to get them to 70. That's at least enough to get his second passive talent. I think that'll be okay. Actually, I think... Well... no, you're right. I should probably take him to 80. What am I doing? Poor Mika can't be at level 70 for forever. He has to be at least at level 80. It's not fair. It's not fair if I just leave him at 70. All right, let me craft some of these. Let's craft some of these. Probably need a bunch, actually. But I have 6. Craft a few more. because eventually I might need some of the... Might need some of these. I've been building a lot of cryo characters lately. I think that's why I'm so low on all these cryo crystals and chunks and things. So we have 8 of those now, so I think that should be enough. I think we need 9 total. I think we need 9 total, actually, for level 80. So let's see. Let me go to the conversion one here. Oh, yeah. I have a lot of Animo and Dendro chunks. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we have enough now to ascend them to 70. Perfect.
Please allow me to always travel alongside you and survey the land around us.
That was a cute voice line. That was a very, very cute voice line. I like that. Cryo's been quite popular lately for characters because of JoJo. Oh, yeah. I can see that. I can totally see that. Wriothesley, people want to build like different cryos to pair up with Wriothesley for either mono cryo or for just having like any general cryo supports. And also for like testing out freeze teams and stuff with Furina. I used to butcher the name too, honestly. I used to call him Wriothesley. I used to enunciate the Ryo part, but I think it's just pronounced Wriothesley. A lot of people call him Risley though too. I mean, I guess that's an acceptable. I guess that's an acceptable name as well. Fun fact, by the way, if any of you didn't know, Wriothesley is voiced by the lovely Joe, and he actually voices Claude in Fire Emblem, which Claude in Fire Emblem is also my favorite character from Fire Emblem. So, just saying. Just a fun fact for you all, if you happen to like the Fire Emblem franchise and are curious. They share the same voice actor. Base nickname, yes, indeed. Base nickname, indeed. But yeah, anyway, let's see. I think so. We need to do a couple more boss runs for sure. And then I will need to grab some more of the wolf hooks. We need 42 more wolf hooks. Oh boy. Do I plan on doing a song cover? I would be more than happy to. Currently, I have been trying to practice singing. I don't think that my singing is actually very good. But I'd be more than happy to at least give it a shot and see what happens. And I swear I saw it and it might have just disappeared. But I think somebody said that his name is actually pronounced like Riceley or something. or Risley? His name is a little hard to pronounce, but yeah. Oh, yes, actually, if you would be as... oh my goodness. I'm stumbling over my words because I'm excited that you're letting me have your wolf hooks. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Give me the wolf hooks. Give me the wolf hooks. All right. We have to be friends on Genshin, right? I think we are. If I'm not mistaken. I hope I am. I might not be. Ooh, my friend Natalie's online as well. Ooh, I'll have to send her a message as well. Oh. Okay. Well. Hi, Zayon. Thank you for joining the stream. Glad to see you here. I hope you are doing well. Currently, we are trying to get some wolf hooks for Mika. Just sending my one of my other friends a quick message to see if they'll let me have their wolf hooks as well. You found a YouTube video on how to pronounce Risley. Okay, perfect. I'll have to watch that later. You'll have to send that to me later, but yes. Hey Dolly, thanks for joining the stream. Glad you could make it. A little bit niche, but Mika's also great on attack speed teams due to his attack speed bonus. Yes. So, he is. I do actually want to do some future testing with just his attack speed bonus to see how it compares to Yunjin. But I do I'm a Eula main, obviously, so having the extra crit stats for my Eula from his C6 and stuff is great.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
I guess I'll put a commission in. Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer.
Yeah, just stop by streams. If they pop up, I'm gonna recommend it every now and then. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Yeah, currently just waiting for my friend to see if I can join the world. They said it could, but it says that they were unavailable to join. I think maybe they're in a quest or something. Oh, they were in a domain. Gotcha. Perfect.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild. Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer.
Let's see. I wish you could join just from being in a chat with your friend, but no, you have to go to the friend screen and then go to the request to join. Very strange, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm actually very excited.
In this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
All right. Wolvendom. Here we go. Perfect. I know that actually a few of you who may or may not be new, but some of the older viewers are still curious on when I'm going to get my Discord account up and running. Or not the Discord account, but the server. I'm working on it. I've been going through some mental things where I'm just not exactly sure what I'm doing. Setting up a Discord server is kind of difficult, actually. Like, there's so many little things that you need, and I don't know exactly what I'm doing with all of them yet. But it's a slow going process, but have no fear, there will be a Discord server in the future, and you all will be the first to know about it whenever it happens. Let's see. I think... Oh, that's right. There's always a bunch over here. I always forget, like, where exactly all the wolf hooks are, because they're... Like, some of them are kind of bunched up, and then some of them are kind of, like, far away. Ooh, yes, actually, if you could give me any links that would, like, help me figure out, because so my problem is I have the base server, like, set up and ready to go. Like, I have all of the channels and, the different chats and stuff grouped up how I want them to be. My problem is setting up the Discord bots. There are so many different options to choose from, and it's like, it's so confusing. I don't understand the Discord bots at all, but they're kind of necessary. Which is, it's a painful problem to have. Let's see, where are we at? Mika, you are here. Okay, so we're at 20 out of 45. Oh, that's right. I missed some. I forgot the other batch is up this way.
If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark.
Oh, that's what he's good at, is setting up bots. Okay, perfect. Yeah, any help with setting up Discord bots would be fantastic, because they give you straightforward instructions, and yet I still somehow get confused by them. Let's see. I think so. We should be at like 25 wolf hooks now. So I think we're done. I think we're done in her world. I think is that really all the ones that we could get? I swear there were more. I got all the ones up here. Oh, I guess I missed a couple. But I'm not really all that worried about it. As long as I can get another 20, we should be good to go. Let's see. Greed, if you would not mind sharing your friend code with me. UID, perfect, perfect, okay. Do you mind if I enter that on stream, or do you want me to try and hide it away? I just always like to ask and make sure. Absolutely, I can for sure hide it. Give me 1 second. Everybody, momentarily, I am going to hide the game information just so I can enter this in. No problem at all, Greed. Like I said, I just always like to make sure and double check, because I know that some people don't like to be bombarded by friend requests in games from people that they have no idea who they are. I totally get it. Alrighty.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process.
Perfect, perfect. Alrighty. Just gotta leave the current world that I'm in, and then I will send the request. Loading, everything is loading. All right. I think we're good to go. Yes. Don't worry. I didn't forget to change the screen back. Ooh, Yelan, a man of culture, I see. Beautiful. Gonna head off for popcorn and a show. Thanks for the stream and everyone joining. Yeah, thank you for joining the stream, Brian. Glad to see you here today. And I hope you have a wonderful night.
I'm used to the rain, but you should probably use an umbrella.
All right, let's see. I think it said that there were actually some up here on the interactive map. I don't know. They've got these things all in a bunch of random places.
Keep up.
But we only need 20, so and there's usually like 30 something in a world, so I think we'll be okay.
And shroud.
Perfect. There we go. Haley Trail's gone away. You use her to get to the materials that you need faster. I mean, hey, if it works, right?
Yeah. Keep up.
All right. Let's see. I think there's a bunch over here. Yeah, Yelan is definitely waifu material, that's for sure. We should be pretty close to being done, if I'm not mistaken.
Everyone hold hands.
There's a couple over here, and then I think there might just be a few stragglers. Nope. No, stop climbing the tree. I know that Tignari's a forest watcher, but he really doesn't need to watch the tree that close. All right, so there's this one, and then I'll just go up and grab the ones along the ridge, and I think that should be enough, at least for the level 80 ascension. So I think we'll be okay for that. Oh, it's been so long since I've done like a proper stream. So if I kind of like just stop talking randomly, just know that it's because my brain is trying to think. When you stop streaming for a while, you kind of just forget how sometimes. It's a weird phenomenon that happens. Especially when you don't stream very often, like in the first place. Yeah, you feel a little bit like out of touch. You're like, so I'm supposed to be streaming. How am I supposed to do that again? Is this how this is supposed to work? It's just normal VTuber scuff, I promise.
It's so hot.
Actually, it's just streamer scuff in general.
Now that I think about it, it wouldn't. But you get what I mean.
I don't mind. Well, I appreciate that you don't mind. Again, I try to stay talking at least a little bit.
Right now. Right here.
One with the force. Rah, I'll uproot you. Yeah.
Right now. Right here.
And shroud. Sia. Rah.
A sight to behold. Emerge.
One with the force. Keep up.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
I hear everything. Yeah. Sia.
Perfect. Alrighty. So the boss is done. For that one, do we get 3 this time? We do. Perfect. So we only need 5 more. So if we get a run of... if we get a run of 3 and a run of 2, we'll be good. And this Sans is not good enough for me to bother with it. The Satek Winute is a... It's a weird worm thing. A snake flower is a weird way to put it. It's like, if you've seen the movie Tremors and you have the weird like worm monster, it's kind of like that, but only it's wind and it like burrows tunnels, you know, through the sand and stuff. It's a weird it's a weird boss. It's a weird boss, but sometimes we need it. So sometimes we have to farm for it.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified.
I don't get the concept of it either. A garboids? Do I know what garboid is? Is that what that is? Is that what the Tremors worm monster is called? Is a garboid? Oh man, I still realized I was in a co-op world. Oops. I do that all the time. I do that all the time. Oh goodness. Oh well. Don't mind me, I'm just defeating your boss, Greed. Let's see. When is it gonna respawn? Is it gonna respawn anytime soon? Respawning. I've got like 45 seconds left. Beautiful. Oh, you're gonna come join me? Okay. Okay, I'm down. You didn't want to play the game, right? You can use the mats. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you can use the mats, go ahead. Join me as I defeat your boss for you. It hasn't respawned yet, though, unfortunately. See, this is the fun part of Genshin, where you just kind of like teleport away and teleport back, and then teleport away and then teleport back until the bosses respawn. The other trick that you can do is to like log out of the game like you're gonna quit for the day and then come back. Or like rejoin, and sometimes it'll be there. It's still not there. Oh no. Again, this is the fun part. Yeah, it's a good old limbo state of is the boss respawned yet? No. Is the boss respawned yet? No. Is it respawned yet? Yes. But no, it feels this is kind of going back to the topic of me not having streamed in so long. But I do like actually really enjoy streaming, and I'm happy that I'm actually getting back into it now. The boss is back finally. Yes. Perfect. Boss is back. All right. Boss respawn timer is minimum of 5 minutes. I don't think it's supposed to take that long. I don't think it takes 5 minutes. There's no way. I don't think it takes that long, but regardless.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Right here. Emerge right now.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
And Shroud! Let's nip that in the bud.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge. I'm always watching.
I'm always watching.
Right now. Emerge. Right here.
All right. I think after this, we just need one more. Yeah, we just need one more. And hopefully we get 3. If we get 2, that's going to be a very sad time. Blame Google, not me. I'm but a messenger from the gods. Yes, you know, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. All right. So I think I'm going to you low rolled and got 2. Yeah. Did you also get 2? All right. I kind of wonder what would be the more important talent for Mika if I was going to raise any of them. I'm thinking that probably the elemental burst would be the best one, considering that's his healing.
You can make an attractive and handy book.
But I also want to do the skill because of the attack speed bonus that you get. I mean, it only goes up by like 1%, I think, each time, is what it's looking like so far. But I think that if I was going to do any, then I'd probably do his burst to see how his healing goes. But in all reality, this is kind of a good test to see like how good his healing is without his talents being leveled up. So it's not the best case scenario, but it is a good test. It is a good test to see what his healing and stuff is like without his talents being leveled up. All right, so just waiting for the boss to reset one more time.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process.
The fun part, again, is just waiting. Because when you get to a certain point in your Genshin account, your characters are so strong that they kill the boss too quickly. And then you spend more time waiting for the boss to respawn than you do actually fighting the boss. And that's kind of the point where I'm at.
If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and
All right.
handy bookmark.
Boss should be respawned now, though, so... When you can one-phase Raiden, yeah. When you can one-phase the Raiden Shogun boss and a lot of the other weekly bosses, that's when you know you're too strong.
Emerge, right here.
Can't see? I hear everything.
Time to... Oh, my goodness.
Busted. Emerge. Right now, right here.
And shroud. Yeah.
Emerge, right here.
One with the force. I'll uproot you.
Right now. Yeah. Get back. I'll finish this job. Emerge, right now.
And shroud. Yeah. Keep up.
A sight to behold.
All right. Last boss run. Let's put our hands together and hope that we get 3. Because otherwise this is going to be very sad. Alrighty. Please 3, please 3, please 3. I'm begging you, please. Please 3. Yes! We got 3. Okay. Woo! We're good. That is a really nice defense goblet. I'm gonna lock it. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but that's a really nice defense goblet. Oh boy. Double crit, attack, ER, yeah. Well, you know. It's a something, I guess. It's something.
Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Greed, for letting me have your wolf hooks and for fighting the boss with me. Ito, actually, you want a geo damage goblet. Now having a defense circlet, on the other hand, instead of a crit circlet, can be a viable option if you have really good crit stats. So if you wanted to run like defense, geo defense, you could do that. But Geo Goblet's still gonna be your best bet. But yes, we are ready to raise our Mika up to level 80. Ascend! No voice line that time? Okay. Well, that's fine, I suppose. But we got a free Quaint Fate. Perfect. And it's time to use up all of my Adventures experience books. Because that's all that I have. All right. Mika is level 80. Let's go ahead and just temporarily swap his weapon with Zhongli here, so that way we can test out the Vivonius Lance. And as for artifacts, basically I'm going to build my Mika how I used to build my Diona, because I used to build my Diona as a physical support for Razor back when I was a Razor main, because she was also a healer that I ran on Favonius. So I'm basically just gonna build him how I would build my Diona, and I think that that's probably gonna be the best bet. Pretty much just crit rate, energy recharge, and HP percent. And those are gonna be the like best stats that I could possibly get. Let's do an energy recharge sands just to be safe. I have an HP goblet, and I think this crit rate circlet could be okay. We could also test this HP circlet. I don't know if it's gonna make too much of a difference. But I think having the crit rate for now, just for the particle, like to get like the guaranteed particle generation from Favonius, is going to be our best option. And then as for this, let's go like crit rate, energy recharge. Actually, that piece that I'm running on Diona is pretty good. It has a little bit of crit and a lot of HP. So basically, I just stole my Diona's entire set. But we're looking at 55 crit rate, which is fine. 200 recharge is more than enough. And we're looking at 29,300 HP, which I think is a really nice ratio for just kind of a pure support. Hi, Nutmon. Thanks for joining the stream. Glad you could make it. And is it really your first time seeing so many 5-star artifacts? I've been playing the game since launch, which was, oh gosh, when was that? Like that was like 2020, wasn't it? That was a couple years ago, at least. It was like 2020, 2021. But yeah, I've been playing the game since launch, so I've had a lot of time to farm to get artifacts. So that's why I have so many. But yes. It is time to raise, or to test my Eula team out. It's time to test Eula team. It was 2020? Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Actually, before we go to Abyss, I'm actually gonna go over here to Tarasuna. And I'm gonna go against the Midnight Masanori, because the Midnight Masanori is the stronger one. So hopefully he won't die as fast. Let me just make sure. Okay. So I just need to change the time really quick. I don't think I've ever been able to get it exactly at midnight before. All right. So, just for record, so everybody knows and is aware, my Eula is Constellation 6. She has an R2 of the Song of Broken Pines. Both her and her weapon are at level 90. And she is triple crowned. And her artifacts are, I'd say, decent. I could have some improvements on them, obviously. But we are just going for damage testing on my Eula, as well as seeing whether Mika is the better replacement for Jean in this case, or whether or not, like, he's absolutely necessary. So, here's my Eula's pieces: general, attack, physical, and crit. And then her stats, she has 2400 attack. She has 70 to 150 crit rate. Energy recharge is 137. And it says 104 physical damage bonus. But that does not account for the extra 25 to 50% physical damage bonus that she'll get from the 4-piece passive of Pale Flame. And then my right-hand Shogun is mostly here for the energy battery from her burst, as well as getting the extra elemental burst damage on the skill. I think it's it's her skill that does it. Let's see. Characters who gain Eye of Stormy Judgment have their elemental burst damage increased. Okay. So I mostly use her for the elemental burst damage increase from her skill, as well as the energy regeneration that I can get from her burst. And that's basically all that I use her for. She's just a standard Emblem of Severed Fate build, so nothing too crazy. My Rosaria is a little bit interesting. You'll notice that I have her at slightly over 100% crit rate. It's just how it happened to work out. But she gives enough, with having the right-hand Shogun, my Rosaria gives enough energy as is that I don't need her to be on a Favonius Lance. So I run her on a deathmatch. And then as for her artifacts, because I normally would run a different, like my healer as a Noblesse user, I just run her 2-piece cryo 2-piece Noblesse, so that way her burst can deal a little bit more damage as well. My Rosaria is C6, so I do have the extra physical resistance shred from her passive. And then because her one of her Ascension passive talents increases the party's crit rate by 15%, so I get a guaranteed 15% extra crit rate because my Rosaria is over 100%. So that technically puts my Eula at 85 to 150 for crit rate. And then my Jean is kind of just on whatever build. She's on a noblesse. I have her on a crit build because her skill and her burst just do a lot of damage in general. So basically what we're looking at here is to see whether it's worth it to have Mika in the team, not only for his movement speed and attack not only for his attack speed bonuses, but also to see like effectively how much extra damage I'll be getting from his C6. So that's kind of what we're testing. I think, yeah, we're still at basically midnight for Midnight Masanori, so let's go ahead and test this out. I probably should have farmed my bursts, but we're close enough anyway. But you'll see he's glowing, so he has the extra skill burst. So let's do Eula here. We're gonna do skill burst, normal 4, and skill, and then normal 4 again. Oh my good lord. That was a million damage. That was over 1 million damage. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that. Okay. And then my normal rotation would be is after Eula's burst, and I've used everybody else's bursts. Now my Shogun can go and use her burst, and she has the extra damage bonus based off of that. And hopefully by that point, she would have recycled most of my character's energies up to full, or at least partially full. So that's kind of the general rotation that I would go with this team and how I would run it. So I guess let's go ahead and get Masanori reset here. Gonna go back over here and just make sure that everybody's healed up and ready to go for when we swap over to Mika. So yeah, that was a lot more damage than I was expecting. Okay. So we do have to keep in mind that my Mika's talents are not raised whatsoever. So that being said, Mika will not be giving me as much attack speed bonus as Jean probably would. And also his healing isn't going to be as high. But we still, of course, will get the full as pretty much the full extent of his kit because we have all of his passive talents unlocked. Excuse me, we have all of his passive talents unlocked. And we also get to see, because I normally don't run a Favonius user in this team, so we'll get to see whether having the Favonius user makes it more comfortable as far as rotations go, which is also going to be a nice test. So I guess let's go ahead and get into it. I hope that Masanori is still, I think it's between 12 and 1 that Midnight Masanori is still strong. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think it's just between 12 and 1. So I guess it's fine. We can just test against normal Masanori just to see. So let's do our normal rotation here. Oop.
Neutralizing threats.
Probably would have helped to have like my bursts farmed up. So we do have everybody's bursts up now. So let's go heal up and we'll go change the time again so that way we can be at midnight. That That way we can be able to fight the Midnight Masanori. And that way we can see if we get any bigger of a damage boost than what we would have before. I'm thinking that because we'll have Mika's C6 giving me the extra 60% crit damage for physical attacks, that's going to put her ratio... That should put my Eula's ratio along with Rosaria and her passive. That would make it like an 85 to 210. Effectively, an 85 to 210 for crit ratio, which is really good. Considering I haven't touched the Pale Flame domain since I've had my Eula at what she is now. Let's just double check. Okay, we're at midnight. Perfect. Seems like I've neglected my training, you say. Well, I don't think so. Alright, so we have everybody's bursts now, so we should be good to go. Raiden's skill, Rosaria's skill and burst. Mika's, should have done Mika's skill and then his burst, but it's fine. We're gonna do Eula's skill burst. Okay, I don't think that crit as much as it should have.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion. Erase all
Oh, jeez.
crush. Final warning.
Okay. So let's go ahead and try that again, because I want to say that was not a crit, because I got over 1 million last time and I only got like 900,000 something this time. So I want to say that was not a crit. And we really only need the Raiden Shogun's burst in this case to be able to buff up my Eula's burst, so I think we'll be okay. So let's just reset the time again. And my Eula looks kind of overpowered, but she really isn't like that much more overpowered than a lot of Eulas I've seen. My Eula, I think, is actually, I'd say she's pretty mid. She could be better, but... Alright, let's go off with our normal rotation.
Illusion shattered. Punishment.
Leave the wounded to me.
Beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
Oh, okay, that was 100. Ooh, that was 1 million.
More speed.
Ooh. Okay. That was a little bit better.
Shine down. Yeah.
Engaging.
Shudder.
Okay, and then having obviously 3 cryo members in the team is going to really help as far as energy regeneration goes. Because I've always felt that I've had a slight issue with my Eula's energy regeneration not being as good as it could be.
Engaging. Now's our chance.
Crush! Freeze to the core! Yeah. Huh? Rack and... Yes, I got
Oh,
my comeuppance.
okay, well, she died. That's fine. That was much better. She still died, but it's, you know what, it's fine. But yeah, I think what happened that time is that
Let's keep going, team.
my Eula didn't get the, like, Rosaria's elemental burst went away, I think is what happened.
Shudder!
I think Rosaria's elemental burst went away, and so he didn't have the physical resistance shred from her burst when Eula's burst went off. But yeah, I think that went much, much better. So now the real test begins. We're gonna take her into the abyss, baby. All right. So yeah, the real test here is testing whether or not, obviously Mika's healing isn't the greatest. Oh, did the abyss reset already? Oh no. Oh no, the abyss reset already. No. Dang it. I was gonna test the abyss with I think it's the same bosses. But I was gonna test her against the Coppelia stage. But there are, let's see, there's a couple bosses that are actually strong against physical. I think the Primogia Bishop has a pretty high physical resistance. Let's see, Genshin boss. I'm looking this up because I want to make sure.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then.
Physical resistance. There we go.
Yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
Does it show any bosses for that? I don't think it does. But yeah, I'm looking this up because I want to make sure.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show.
So it
Just smile
really?
along.
Okay, so
Forced to learn
Ruin,
rules by heart.
looks like all of the Ruin enemies,
Seriously.
or at least a large majority of Ruin enemies have a 70% resistance, and that seems like it's going to be the highest. So let's take her against the Perpetual Mechanical Array, because that boss has a 70% resistance. So we can effectively be able to make it to where the boss has no like no resistance to physical damage whatsoever.
Cultural heritage. But the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous details.
That is very strange. Does my stream quality look okay to you guys? I'm getting a weird error on YouTube's end that's saying that it's not receiving enough video.
Aristocratic etiquette. is all
Does everything seem okay?
Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart. But
That
even
is
I-
really strange. I've never had it give me an error like that before. I think everything's okay for now, but just, I guess, just to be safe, if you guys happen to notice any errors, let me know. All right.
Judgment! Punishment!
Engaging! Leave the wounded to me!
Crush! Beg for mercy. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Ha!
All right. I don't think this boss is actually going to be the best option for me. I may have to reset the boss. It dipped for you guys too. Okay. Let me see what I can do as far as that goes, because I should not be having issues whatsoever. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden having issues. Let me just try and adjust a couple things, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, can everybody hear me? Does everything seem like it's running a lot smoother? I'm just curious to see. Hopefully it's working much better. Seems much better to you guys? Okay, perfect. Again, I'm really sorry for that. I was wondering... I've never seen that issue before. I think maybe I just might have had my my streaming bitrate set too high, maybe. But anyway, let me go ahead and just switch back to the game. There we go. All right. How's the game looking? Does everything look smooth and crisp and clear for all of you? Seems fine so far? Okay, sounds good. So before I was interrupted by apparently a horrible streaming quality. I was just farming up my bursts and stuff so that way I could do this here.
Final warning. Let's keep going, team. Crush. Flood of frost. I condemn you.
Okay, 620. That's not bad. My Rosaria burst did end a little sooner than I was expecting it to. So that could have also affected it, I suppose.
Now you shall perish. Providing cover.
Beg for mercy.
Perfect. Alrighty. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm very happy. Oh, it did a little jitter that time. Okay. It seems, let me check on my end because I think everything seems like everything's reading much better on my end, at least this time. We should be good. Hopefully we're good. At least it wasn't as bad. But yeah, so overall, I'm honestly really happy with Mika. I think he's gonna be a really good replacement for my Eula, for Jean in my Eula team. Obviously I'll have to get his skill and his burst leveled up so that way, you know, I can increase his healing and the attack speed buff that I get from him. But I think overall he's going to be a much better fit. Being able to have a Favonius user for extra particles, being able to not only get attack speed bonus and healing, but being that he is like pretty much the only other strictly somewhat strictly physical support minus Rosaria, being that he's kind of the only other physical support out there with his C6, I think it's just gonna fit a lot better in terms of just being a better support for my Eula. That was kind of a drawn out explanation, but I actually really like Mika's character. So it makes me happy that I finally have him raised up enough to where he's usable. And of course I'll have to get his talents raised up. So tomorrow, I'll do that. I'll also work on getting Risley's signature weapon, the cash flow supervision, raised up. So that way the next time that I do a Genshin stream, we can do some proper testing for Risley here. Yeah, I mean, that's I'm starting to stumble over my words. I think I'm getting a little bit tired. But I think we did some really good work with testing. I have not been able, I don't think I've ever hit 1,000,000 damage with my Eula before. So granted, again, that could be due to my Rosaria, like her burst not lasting quite long enough by the time that my Eula's burst would go off. So you know, I think once I get a better rotation down, I think that'll really help. I think what I need to do first is I can use my Raiden skill like I normally would, but then instead of going straight for Rosaria, I might do Mika first. So because I don't need the healing to be really that consistent per se, because you don't need heals if the enemy's dead and can't hit you anyway. So I think maybe I can experiment with you know, doing Rosaria first and then Mika, or doing Mika and then Rosaria before going into my Eula. So that way I can get Rosaria's ultimate, because it only lasts for 8 seconds. If I can get her ultimate to last the long enough, I could also experiment too with, instead of waiting for my Eula's burst to pop on its own, I could do my normal rotation where after I do, you know, the 3 supports and I go to my Eula, I could experiment with, as soon as I do, you know, her E, or her skill, her burst, normal 4, hold E, normal 4, and then sometimes I do like the couple extra normal attacks. Instead of getting the extra couple normal attacks in, I might experiment with just trying to quick swap over to my Raiden Shogun really fast. So that way Eula's burst will pop and I'll immediately go into my Raiden to be able to gain all that energy back that I just used. And then after that, obviously we'll have, after Raiden's burst, you know, we can do the skill, you know, and start the rotation all over again. We'll have to kind of experiment with that in the future, but overall, I'm very happy with Mika. I think he's definitely worth it. Of course, having the C6 is much better in terms of being a physical support, because the attack speed is a weird thing in Genshin. Your catalyst and bow users will make the most of it because they already have a fairly high attack speed. And then your swords and your pole arms are, I think, fairly close together. Your claymore users are obviously your slowest. So comparing, you know, Mika to Yunjin, characters that can hit their normal attacks a lot faster will make the most benefit of the attack speed already, if that makes sense. And then obviously his healing, I think, is very interesting because it's not limited to a what we call circle impact in terms of, you know, Bennett's burst and Diona's burst. The healing follows you around and is based on your active units doing damage. So, excuse me, I had to get some water. It is a little scary sometimes because it's like, oh, my character's almost dead. So I swap to, you know, Mika to get the healing, but it's not an instant heal. So there are cases that you could, you know, argue against Mika being not that great as a healer, but I don't know. I mean, there's arguments for every single character in this game, but I like him. I think he's adorable. I think he's going to fit in with my Eula team really nicely. I can't wait to, of course, get his talents raised up a little bit and then try to do a little bit of a main DPS Mika as well. I think that would be really fun. So we'll have to try that and see how that goes. But I think for today, I did have some Star Rail stuff planned for later on. But I think I'm just a little bit too tired today. I stayed up a little bit later than I should have last night, and then I woke up pretty early this morning. So I think I might have to just call the stream here. But I will for sure be doing I will for sure be doing some Star Rail content in the future. I might try to do a little bit of Star Rail stream tomorrow, either a little bit before or after my collaboration with C Plus Hero. I do have a collaboration stream with him tomorrow. It's going to be really fun. I can tell you guys that. But yeah, I'll try to do a little bit of Star Rail content after our collab stream tomorrow and summon for Argenti. Because if you all know me, physical characters are my favorite. So we have to. But thank you all for joining the stream. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you all have a stellar rest of your day or night wherever you are. Stay safe, everybody, and I will catch you all in the next stream. Take care.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.